Sorry I didn't have a video yesterday or anything. But so help me, I've contracted something. I don't know why my throat's just like incredibly tight lately. It just started yesterday, and then today it's like, oh my god, I can barely talk. I didn't know the official stream was going to be showing these homies, but yeah, I guess it's starting in 3 minutes, so I thought I would start a little bit early, let people trickle in, maybe notifications go out, but we're talking about YouTube here. Hey, Grind, what up? Oh my god. Oh, hey, Val. I need some cough syrup, bro. Can't wait to see only nerfs, no rebalancing, just nerfs. Yeah, me too. I'm really looking forward to them nerfing Stormweave and the fire builds, and just nerfing cold, just because why not? Just a little bit more. And then saying that they ended up buffing maps. No, I'm excuse my low energy, like genuinely, I'm really sick. I'm genuinely excited because, to me anyways, maybe I'm mistaken in this, but I just think rather than them giving us like an actual just patch out of nowhere, they're doing a dedicated stream where they're going to talk about their plan of attack, which means this has got to be something much bigger than just some balance changes, you know? Unless it's just so many balance changes that they know it's going to take a long time to do, and so that's why they're going to tell us what the plan is, because they know it's going to take like a month. Speaking of a month, Assassin's Creed Shadow delayed. Yay. That's so fun. Now, I'm curious for their live stream here, like, are we going to be seeing these guys' reaction to it? Because I'm on the official Path of Exile stream, not these guys' stream. Maybe it's just a host. I don't know. But I hope we do see some bigger changes coming. Beyond just a simple rebalancing.
Okay, 25 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.
Hopefully the volume's good for you guys.
As soon as I play the video, here in 10 seconds, you're going to need to let me know. I will have to open the chat for this here.
Oh, it's a recorded video.
You need to let me know how the audio is, okay? If it needs to go up or down, just as a heads up.
That's weird.
That being said, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Muting mic.
So it's not an actual live interview. He just...
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game Director on Path of Exile 2. Well,
hang up your phone.
Break. We've been playing the game a whole lot, and we've been reading a whole lot of feedback as well. So it's time to assess and work out what we're going to do next. Now, later this week, we'll be releasing PoE 2 0.1.1. This is a patch designed to address the concerns that we can address relatively quickly, without needing to create a new league or a new economy just yet.
Yeah, there you go.
In this video, we'll be going over some of the issues we've identified, and what we're planning on doing about them. It's worth stressing that just because a specific issue isn't on this list doesn't mean that we're not aware of it or that it isn't going to get addressed. It just means that we either can't fix the problem quickly, or we can't do so without the need for a new economy. One of the major areas that
Thank God.
attention is the base experience of mapping. We've made a lot of changes here. First, in-game maps have received a balance pass to the number of monsters, number of chests, number of magical rare monsters.
My God, like why?
You should generally find maps more rewarding than before.
Ew.
Maps generally specialize in one or more of these elements that they will be particularly rewarding in. Now, towers are a thing that's very important for players to run often, but we only had one of them. We wanted to add more variety here as soon as possible, so we've added 4 more towers.
I've never even seen that.
Alpine Ridge, Sinking Spire, Bluff, and Mesa.
Good lord, it's so jittery
Also
and
redone the existing Lost Towers map to make playing there less boring. We're now also spawning more maps with bosses. The rate was intended to be 1 in 4 maps, but in reality the rate was much lower due to some maps being unable to spawn bosses. We've increased the rate to compensate for this issue so that we can get the actually intended rate.
nice.
We're also adding a new type of tablet that allows you to add bosses to your maps with its own mod book.
Why is it so
Some bosses
scuffed?
also needed some love.
The
They
hell?
now spawn monsters faster, have a less annoying fog effect, and also receive changes to the timings and effects of the mods on them.
Oh, thank God.
Now, let's talk about visibility of effects. Many maps had too much clutter, preventing effects on the ground from rendering, causing you to be unable to see and dodge them. We both changed the level of clutter on some maps, and changed some effects to make sure that they're always visible.
Let's go.
In addition, elemental explosion effects have had visibility improved. Stick around for longer before they explode, and disappear without exploding if a rare monster dies.
Oh my God.
Volatile plants are also way easier to see before they explode.
And they nerfed the rate of them,
Also
right?
increased the zoom level on the Atlas, done a pass on various terrain collision issues in many maps. We've also improved the load times of opening the world map.
Oh,
and
thank
the
God.
And we also now show the biome of a map on the hover for it.
Ooh.
For other in-game content systems, we're focusing on getting all the rewards in line with what they should be. For Delirium, we recently fixed a bug which caused Delirium monsters to just not spawn after the starting part. And we've also buffed the rate of simulacrums dropping by 20% to make it more in line with the rate of finding the Expedition and Ritual bosses.
These are already some big changes, dude.
For Ritual, we've made omens now appear in the Ritual Tribute window 60% more often.
Oh, thank God.
For Expedition, we've improved the rarity from the shops, but we'll be wanting to make some more substantial changes to the rewards for this league later on. Now, one of the major concerns that we're often seeing is that getting to play Pinnacle content just takes too long, and that when you do finally get there, you only get one attempt and don't get a chance to learn the boss.
Yeah.
In order to address these concerns, we're making the following changes. First, we're making the Citadel spawn closer to the center of the Atlas, and we've also added an effect so you can see them in the fog of war from further away.
Hell yeah.
This makes them much easier to find. To address the problem of only having one attempt, on the Arbiter of Ash you will now get up to 6 respawn attempts. Respawns can only be triggered by the person who put in the keys, and everyone on your party will be respawned at the same time.
Okay.
Leaving the map still forfeits your attempt, so you'll still need to fight the boss with the build you walked into the map with. Higher difficulties of the boss will lower the number of respawn attempts you get, but you should know the mechanics of the fight by then, right?
I still question that,
We'll also be adding respawns to other Pinnacle content as well over time.
but that's better.
Another thing that players have noticed is that there are less keys from Faradin Citadels on the market, and thought that it was because the Citadel spawns less often. It turns out though that this is just because the boss kills players more often than the others. We've made a few changes to that boss to bring it in line with the other bosses. A lot of people have reported that many of our unique items are feeling underwhelming. Uniques are often designed to be build enabling at high levels, even if they're low level uniques. But we realized that we do need to make sure that more uniques feel powerful when you first get them at low levels too. In this patch, we are buffing a lot of uniques.
I can't see it. It's too low
These
quality.
changes make
Sorry.
Finding uniques at lower levels a lot more fun, and make subsequent character playthroughs more fun too when you have some great uniques to use.
I'm seeing some of
We're changing
those.
A few other things to make finding rares better
But-
at higher levels too. First, we're changing mod weightings a bit to make sure that there are less bad mods. Another fix is making high tier items no longer cull the highest tier modifier of a given mod type. This bug caused bows and crossbows to not spawn with attack speed at tier 5 rarity, and rings to not spawn with life at tier 5 rarity.
Jesus.
Another change we're making is to make it so that socketables such as runes can now be overwritten with another socketable.
Well
As
then.
we continue to play, we still find many balance anomalies with specific monsters or bosses that can be nasty if you encounter them. This patch contains a pass adjusting a large number of those monsters and bosses. We'll save the full list for the patch notes, but there are a significant number of changes here that should address many cases where monsters or bosses felt too hard in certain circumstances. Here are a few examples to get a taste of what kind of changes you can expect. The Silver Fist Commander roll now does a lot less damage.
Good.
Plague Bearer's Detonate Dead can no longer be used from off-screen and has better telegraphing.
Oh my God.
Forsaken Miners throw less grenades,
Oh my God.
and deal less damage. And Lost Men Zealots can no longer meteor you from off-screen either.
Oh my God, dude.
Changes just like those.
Those are
One of the
huge.
issues for players on console
Oh.
is that the web-based item filter system is currently not working. This means that they can't use item filters like the PC users can. The 0.1.1 will be enabling the same system that PoE 1 has, which allows you to subscribe to item filters on the website. For now, this will be done on the PoE 1 website to allow us to get this feature out as fast as possible. Later on, we'll improve the user experience of this and put it on the path of Exile 2.
Wait, so consoles can actually use mod filters now? That's
Bunch
huge.
of other smaller changes and bug fixes that I'm sure you guys will appreciate.
Hell yeah.
Like buffing armor and scavenged plating. Showing the number of uses left in your charms, as well as an effect when they trigger.
Where? What? I didn't see it.
Exiles.
Fixing the music that Una was supposed to play in town.
Oh. I didn't even know.
And plenty of other little fixes and improvements throughout the game. Now, we have a huge amount of much more meta-shifting changes that we know we want to make. And one of the best things about having the game in early access with the endgame is that we now have a much better idea of where we want character power to be and what the balance of bosses and monsters should be relative to that. But those types of changes are going to have to wait until we are ready to make a new league with a new economy for people to play in.
Okay.
That's still a little while away yet, but in the meantime, we'll be continuing to identify things that are causing frustration and try and address them. I want to thank you guys for playing and hope to be doing more of these in the future. Later.
Okay. Those are some huge changes. For those that don't know, basically when he's talking about a new league, he's saying that as far as meta changes to the overall arcing classes, they're going to have to reset the entire economy. So we're all going to have to be using new characters, which I'm okay with. Yeah, those were some big changes, dude. Like most of all, it's just the way that they nerfed a lot of the stuff for enemy attacks, visuals being too cluttered, being able to socket runes anytime that you want. That's huge. I don't know if maps are going to end up being that much more interesting, but at the very least, we can actually see where our goddamn pinnacle bosses are, so that's dope. But yeah, I don't want to prattle on as if I've got more to say on the situation. Obviously, banger update. We didn't get a release date for it. These guys are going to keep going with some podcasts. If I'm being real, I don't care. And I got to get back to editing because I'm still fairly sick. But thanks for coming out, guys. I appreciate it. I'm hopefully going to stream some PoE today, too.